What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I just wanted to touch briefly with you guys. Unfortunately, and I really mean unfortunately, I see so many letter carriers backing up, okay? Forgetting about what we just fought for, okay? Forgetting that we just had our voice heard. At large, 70,000 letter carriers voted down a contract that was not fair to us, okay? And because of the political climate in the world, especially here at home in our country, and because the new president that is in office, letter carriers around the country are admitting defeat. Okay, they are giving up. They're saying, well, we don't know if we're going to have a job tomorrow, so let me accept what they're offering today. And honestly, that's not the way that we should handle this situation. All right, we have to stay committed to what is ahead. Okay, we sat there and we fought and we rallied and we made all this noise, and we made our coworkers mad that were voting for the contract. We did all of this for what? Right? For what? To make a stance, to show how strong we are as a letter carrier craft, to show that we believe that we deserve a fair wage in this country. And now we're ready to throw that all to the side and get on our knees and say, give it to me. All right, just give me whatever you're going to give me, because I'll take it. That's just as bad as our president delaying the contract for as long as he did. Okay, these things have consequences. Okay, the reason we are where we are today is because the failure of our national leadership. Okay, we all knew there was going to be a presidential election. Okay, we all knew that the orange guy was not pro post office, okay, or pro union. Okay, the American people wanted a change, and the change is happening. Okay, and that's that. We have no control over that. What we do have control over, okay, what we do have control over is what we're willing to take and what we're not. Okay, as a letter carrier, as a person whose career is deeply intertwined with public service and the good for the public. Okay, you have to reach out and lean on the public in times like this. Okay, maybe people don't know what they asked for with this new president. Maybe that's true. Okay, but as we see, there are attorney generals throughout the country that are putting on the capes to be the superheroes, right? Because our democratic, constitutional, Congress people aren't doing what they're supposed to do, and that's to protect democracy. Okay. And I'm not going to go on a tangent about how our government works, but if there are three branches of government, well, it was designed for that. Not one branch has more power over the other. All right, those are bigger issues than I'm capable of talking about. Okay, guys. But if President Trump was to somehow put us inside of a Department of Commerce, well, we don't know what that's going to entail. Okay, one thing I do know is we will be federal employees, just as today we're quasi federal employees, right? He's not talking about putting the post office back as is dependent or dependent on the executive branch. It's not going to be a what is that called? A cabinet position like the Department of Homeland Security. It's not going to be the Department of the Post Office anymore. It's still going to be the Postal Service. Can those lead to changes? Absolutely, right? Absolutely. But if we are scared, okay, of the future that we have no control over, and we want to lay down and just get stepped over because we don't know, we're scared of the uncertainty, well, you know, that's why I'm here. Okay, on my channel, I try to encourage us. I try to be a voice of reason and then positivity. Okay, I don't fearmonger. Okay, I don't, that's why I've been so quiet, because there's no good news to report, right? And people always want controversy, and people want a drama, okay? And that's entertainment, okay? I mean, we have a big fiasco going on right now, but together we are 200 some odd thousand strong. Okay, it's time for us to collectively, and when I say it's time, like the time is now. When is the time now? Well, the time is now. It's not just letter carriers, okay? It's postal employees. There's 500,000 strong, okay? we need to make our voice heard. All right. And with that, I'm going to segue into Mike Karef. If he's still, I don't know what's going on. I haven't looked for an update. But from my latest understanding, there was going to be a march in Washington on March 23rd. Okay, that's a Sunday. Okay, we're off on Sundays. I get it. Some of us are farther than others. However, this may prove to be the greatest demonstration in postal history. If we can get even 20,000 postal employees down there, okay, U.S. mail is not for sale. Okay, as simple as that. All right. And if you look into recent history, the Postal Service goes through this every some odd years, you know, that they get the threats, that we may be better directed by a private corporation rather than being an independent agency of the United States. Without the people, when I mean people, I mean the postal employees, without the people sticking up for one another against management, and now against a political administration, we will continue to receive breadcrumbs. Okay, right now is not the time to strike. Okay, we're not going to gain anything by that. So my fellow letter carriers that are overwhelmed with the situation, that's not the answer. Okay, that might have been the answer a couple months ago, maybe a year ago. But right now it's not, because that's only going to aid this political agenda of defunding the Postal Service and creating an environment where there are less pensioned employees, okay? Because this is what it's all heading to, right? So what do we got to do? Okay, well, number one, we got to start to gut our union, okay? It starts at the local level, okay, guys? Any president, any vice president, any board member in your local union that says something like, I can't have anyone that's going against Renfro as a shop steward, that's the first person that needs to be outvoted in your next elections. Okay, we got to kill the snake at the head. All right, we know what Brian Renfro has done for this union. Okay, so anyone who has supported that kind of nonsense needs to get the boot along with him. Okay, so in any good campaign, if you're the campaigning party who has lost that election or been defeated by an incumbent, you prepare next for the next election if you're seriously committed for being a part or gaining that position. So that's where we are. Okay, we need to prepare for the future, but keep on fighting today. Okay, we're not going to lay down and take it. Okay, we're going to prepare for our future, and we're going to fight. Okay, there's no reason that a national president should come out and say, I'm going to have a quicker arbitration hearing type thing because of the political climate. Okay, and then for him to not even want to touch the work rules that we deliberately shot down is just a smack in the face, and it just proves that he wants to pass this agenda by any means necessary. Whether his rank and file members approve it or not, he's going to be the de facto leader. Okay, he's going to fulfill what he wants and what the Postal Service deems necessary. Okay, that's where we are today. I don't agree with it. Okay, however, sitting here and writing on Reddit and looking at the situation with a dire pessimistic view isn't the answer. The answer is simply being optimistic, understand how politics works. And the way that politics works is that when something's not working for you, you put someone in there that has the vision of what you see and what you need to be true for you. So what does that mean? That means that our upcoming shop steward elections, our upcoming local president elections, and our big national president election next year have to align with what we want to the future. And today we can't just stop fighting. We got to keep the noise up. We got to keep rallying. You got to keep getting with the people that are going to fight and let the naysayers sit in the distance. You know why? Because whatever award we receive, everyone will receive it. The ones who fought and the ones who were scared to even make some noise. All right, guys, with that said, I'll see you next time. And until next time, I'll be here. You'll be there. Peace.